Welcome back to Trooping Adventures. In this episode, we'll be doing a bit of a rig rundown on this oversized bus. Starting with the bar work, the idea for that came from just going down rough tracks all the time, all the bumps, corrugations, just trying to keep all the weight off those piss weak sills. So went for a over the top kind of rack design, if you will, which turned out to be protection at the same time. The Troopy hangs over 1.5 meters at the back. It's always good to have a bit of bar work there because they tend to slap trees and whatnot, as you can probably tell. The flares, Bunnings finest. You'll find them in the garden aisle. Bunnings garden edging, 150mm to cover the traps. All the bar work, minus the ARB bar and the rear bar, was done by a buddy of mine, Eli Watts, in nightcaps. It's done with a hand bender in his shed in his spare time. But yeah, like I previously said, the original idea was just to keep all the weight off the sills. Recently upgraded the Troopy's headlights to Oxbeam 7-inch LEDs, accompanied by their 22-inch light bar. In the rear of the Troopy is where things get a little bit less factory. It's sitting on a 80 series rear housing with a 4-link triangulated setup, 6-inch lift and custom Fox shocks. The 4-link setup in the rear and the front, the whole coil conversion was done by a local fella, Matt Pulford. He owns Off-Grid Engineering. The rear axle is a locker with the factory actuator being converted to air. The front one is also a locking head, but I'm yet to figure out how to convert that to air, the space between the radius arm. Otherwise we'll just shove an e-locker in it and be done. The shocks are fully custom, originally XJ Jeep, with custom shafts machined to length to suit my up and down travel, pin to pin. There are 2.5 performance series supplied, customized and fitted by Red Eagle. The front diff also being 80 series, but using the factory 2005 8ZJ78 coil grafted onto the 80 series diff. Doing it this way meant the chassis side of things would stay factory 2005 coil top hats and shock towers. 5-inch caster arms supplied by Trundles, Black Hawk. One day when money permits, I'd love to put some superior arms in it, but As anyone in the car scene knows, nothing happens for free. Only factory part left under here would be the factory Troopy drive shafts. I'm still running an R151, and I've recently put back in the 1AZ. What a weapon. Of course, a Maxxis trap, 37-inch. Although these ones are getting a bit tired, they're a hard compound, just for all the road driving I do. This thing's only on a trailer when it can't drive home itself. Yeah, Bronky, we can't forget about you, eh, buddy? Pretty much part of the truck nowadays. Awning is a bushwhacker, 270-degree, extreme darkness. I'll often get questions on what this one is. That's just a shower tent for them longer trips. We run a Jilka hot tap, just for them week-long missions. Dobinson's adjustable steering dampener. I've fixed it once, and it seems to have broken again. So I'd say that'll be getting swapped with a Fox one from Nick at Red Eagle. I'm sure someone's going to ask the question, what is this chain doing? Well, that was just something Ray whipped up quickly, just for the harder, tippier tracks. If I know it's coming up, I can just flick this up into one of those links, and it just stops the Troopy from exaggerating with the long shocks and how triangulated everything is. It tends to tip. And the other thing is currently no sway bar, which is on the to-do list again. Nothing happens for free, but long term, I'd love to put a torsion style sway, hoping to have it go through the old leaf hanger, return down, back to the diff. It would be awesome to have that on the lockout hub, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. Camp setup's pretty basic. Knocked it up on a weekend probably 4 years ago before I went up north. Got the fridge on the right, access that through the back window there. 2 drawers, this one's majority kitchenware, cooking, blah blah blah. It's a mess at the moment, don't judge us. This one's just spare parts. That happened on our last trip. After I blew my roof box to pieces, I was like, oh man, sick of this. We'll just put it in a drawer in the back. So that's just tie rod ends, all that crap. We fold down table, simple, just to make my coffee in the morning or else I'm a grumpy. And the story behind the doll head. So my mum bought a house, helped to move in. Everything from the house was stripped apart from when I went in the roof space, there was a little doll. This is the head of him. He's been on my trucks for years. Started as a full doll. His head fell off, drove back, found it on the road, and he's lived on my antenna ever since. Some find it creepy, some find it weird. I don't really mind what you think. He's had a bloody mint haircut. We mullet. He used to have a tamoko, but it's gone from the weather. Poor wee man, living his best life. At least he gets to see New Zealand's best scenery. On to the engine bay. After years of running a 1HDT, she finally said goodbye, and we've put the 1HZ back in and strapped everything to that. So the 18G Kinugawa fastball turbo, which I will look at changing in the future just due to the higher compression of the 1HZ. And I was doing the original motor swap with the lads that were doing it. I had a spare intercooler lying around, so we kind of modded that up as a cheaper option, and I just never got around to changing it. Shout out to old Ray, forever letting me use his workshop or working on my truck for that matter. So big thanks to him. Cheers for watching the rig rundown. Hopefully I've covered everyone's questions. If you've got any more, chuck them in the comments and I'll try to get through them. Apart from that, we'll catch you on the next trooping adventure.